Hello everyone, it's Dr. Mfundo Nkosi again. Today I just want to talk about the intellectual arrogance doesn't solve ignorance. I sometimes call it the arrogance of the knowledgeable. One thing for sure is that ignorance is very dangerous. And Hosea 4:6 even indicates that God's people perish or are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. That's an indication of how the lack of knowledge or the ignorance is so dangerous that people even perish or people die or are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. However, Einstein indicated something that the more dangerous thing than ignorance is arrogance. So today I just want to talk about the arrogance of the intellectual or the intellectual arrogance, which is a sense of superiority, overconfidence, or feeling better or being better than other people. It's a very pushy and intolerant behavior towards those who have less knowledge than yourself. I will not maybe focus more on the arrogance of the ignorant, the one of refusing knowledge, which is mostly liked to refer by the intellectual arrogant. Now, there was this professor who called his students sinkholes, and by definition, a sinkhole is a root, that cavity where the water from the surface disappear underground. So in other words, the professor was saying that his students actually have cavities in their brains that they cannot actually keep or understand the information or the knowledge he was impacting on them. Instead, it was vanishing on their brains. That's a classic example of intellectual arrogance, where one believes that because of the niche that they are in, it makes them better than other people or know better than others, which creates a hostile environment for learning. It creates a hostile environment for discussion and debate, because one now believes that he's superior than others. The knowledge that he has actually makes him superior than others. On another instant, in a different institution, one of the students ended up saying to one of the lecturers, "Sir, please explain these things clear to us so that we understand them. There's no need for you to boast about this thing as if it's your own discovery. You also learned it from the book. May you please teach us very well this thing so that we can understand it too." So it's what I'm normally say, that arrogance breeds arrogance. It doesn't solve the ignorance. Instead of them gaining knowledge from you, they become arrogant and resistant. They refuse your knowledge. And we have seen this thing also during the discussions, the ongoing discussions on COVID-19. Also the arrogance of the knowledgeable over those who are ignorant. We have seen not all the vaxxers, but the arrogant vaxxers even calling those who refuse to vaccinate or who have conspiracy theories, and people who are just hesitant, who fear the vaccine. They call all of them COVIDiots. You might be smart in thinking that these people are COVIDiots or idiots of COVID-19. However, it's not a wise thing to do when we are urging people to vaccinate so that we can go back to our normal lives. Even the example of myself, I did weigh in my fear on when it comes to vaccines, but I vaccinated anyway, because that's the only thing at the current moment that has been put forward by the medical experts and virologists as the option for us to fight against COVID-19. However, I stopped engaging on these discussions as to see how arrogant and contemptuous, or how people were treating us with contempt, if you try to weigh in an idea that seeks to indicate that there are people who just hesitant, who just fear this thing, and then they were calling them now they're anti-vaxxers, they're influenced by these conspiracy theories. I usually make an example around this to say, myself, I'm an engineer, I understand a little bit of the operation of the aircraft, and also based on the safety statistics, I understand that if you have 20 accidents for aircrafts, that is against of flying, that is against 5 million accidents with driving. So which means there is a high percentage that in my lifetime, or whoever, that you might not be involved in an accident with an aircraft. If it happens, you'll find out that you were just in that small statistic. However, when the aircraft goes through or the airplane goes through turbulence, I get a fright of my life. I'm scared as compared to going through a bumpy area with tears, with malfunctioning brakes. That thing has nothing to do with my understanding of the safety aspects. I think the arrogance actually takes this element from us to understand people, that especially when something is new, it does scare people. And also if there is knowledge, false information that comes in, people used to be skeptical about something, of which arrogance doesn't create an environment to try to persuade or motivate others to engage. Instead, if you become more arrogant, they refuse more of your knowledge. I think it's something that it's very important for us as human beings to look into. Then when you look at John Templeton, who's talking about the intellectual humility, it reminds me of the philosopher, the Chinese philosopher Confucius, who says humility is a foundation of all virtues, of which I also believe that humility is the foundation of growth. That is for both the knowledgeable and the one who lacks knowledge. If both have humility, the one with knowledge can impart knowledge in a healthy and productive manner to those who lack knowledge. And those who lack knowledge, if they have intellectual humility, they will be able to receive knowledge with understanding, and then we reach consensus. Or where we disagree in a very healthy environment. So the intellectual humility is also very important for discussions and debates, because for you to come up with solutions in everything, you need to allow the opposing opinions, and even the opinions that you think are foolish, you still need to give them a platform, and then you find ways of addressing them in a manner that will make us to learn from those. And also intellectual humility is the understanding that one's knowledge is limited, or one's understanding is limited, and is also to put value on others, that they are also intelligent. So therefore, if you share knowledge to people whom you think that they are intelligent, you will share it in a wise manner. That is why also the intellectuals in their own circle, they respect each other, they share knowledge with respect, because they know that they are experts. It's only when they go to people with ignorance, this sense of superiority, to want to show that you know better than them, is the one that creates a stumbling block for you to share this knowledge with great caution, with great creating a smooth environment. I think every teacher, every student, every human being needs that a knowledgeable person with intellectual humility, who understands that for us to engage, we need to respect each other. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you. If you like this video, you can share it, you can press the like button, you can subscribe for more videos, because I do post videos around leadership, around personal development and education. Thank you.